Hello, beautiful stars. All right, welcome to today's reading. This is your weekly check-in. And this is timeless, so whenever you pick up, it will be either the week before or pertaining to the week following or the future coming week. All right, so we have 4 piles for you today. Let's show you options here real quick. All right, so for your oracle, we have this card, and this is the image. Right, for your tarot, we have this, and this is the image. For your Lenormand, we have this card, and this is the image. All right, pile number 2, this is your oracle. That's the image. This is your tarot, and this is the image. All right, your Lenormand, and its image. Okay, pile 3. This is your oracle, and this is your image. This is your tarot, and this is its image. This is your Lenormand, and this is his image. All right, and pile 4, this is your oracle, and this is its image. This is your tarot, and this is its image. All right, and this is your Lenormand, and this is the image. All right, wonderful, lovely stars. Take a moment, tune into your intuition, ask your guides. Close your eyes, take a couple deep breaths if you need to choose the pile or piles that are calling out to you. Timestamps for both the shuffling process and the readings will be down below. You can join me in the shuffling process if you like, or you can jump straight into the reading. And if you like smoke scrying for spirit messages, I have now put that in the shorts portion of our channel. All right, so take a moment, choose your pile or piles, and then let's jump into your reading. Hello, Pile 1. Welcome to your shuffling process. Okay, let's dive first with your main oracle here. All right, so this is the weekly check-in for Pile 1 Spirit. Okay, we're getting one card from here. What is Pile 1's energy like, Spirit? Let's see. Interesting, heavy, dynamic. Okay. Let's see. All right, let's go to... No, we want to go... Actually, they want me to redo... Are we keeping this one, Spirit? No, we are not. Interesting, Pile 1. What's going on with your energy? There we go. Thank you, Spirit. What is going... It's like, why is it not... Okay, now they're really getting into it. Okay, we want 2 from this pile. Thank you, Spirit. All right, what's Pile 1's? Okay, I see. So your energy is a bit nebulous, like your cards here, Pile 1. It's interesting, the decks that came out for your reading as well. They mostly pertain to dreams or energy that are still forming, is what I'm getting, or like nebulous and indeterminate. That's a good word for it. Let me take this one. Okay, I think that's all oracles we have for you. Is that right, Spirit? No, we want 2 more. Okay. One here and one here. Okay. All right, let's go to your Lenormand next, or Tarot. Do Tarot. Okay. So we want 5 cards for your Tarot. Or around 5 cards, I should say. Spirit always might pop in an extra message or two. Oh, I almost forgot. We do have one more oracle for you. Hold on. Another dream deck. Okay. Alright, so let's draw. Can we have 5 cards here first, Spirit? Red Tarot. And not taking that one. Can we have 3 more? 2. See this one. Okay. See, so that comes as a pair. So we actually will have 6 for you. And we'll leave this to clarify. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, that one really wants to come out. Okay. Such a strong energy there too, coming with that card. Let's leave this here. Actually, I'll leave your tarot here. And let's go. Okay, they want me. This one wants to go first. Alright, Pile1. So they want me to draw 1 for each of these. Alright. Pile number 1's energy and reading. Can we get 3 cards on that, please, Spirit? This one. This one. And this one. Okay. Now we finally get into your Lenormand. Do we? Okay. They don't want too much from your Lenormand. Almost like they don't want it at all, but we're gonna have. Can we have for Lenormand, please, Spirit? In the forms of a cloud. Okay, that's pretty obvious. To go along with the dreams and everything. We want 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, we want 5. Alright. Okay. We want this one and this one. And then 2 more for your cloud here. This one. Oh, yes, and this one. Okay, perfect. Alright, pile number 1. 1, 2. How do we want to go this? Now we want to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's your cloud. I will clear this up and then we will see you in your reading. Hello, Pile1s. Welcome to your reading. Let's start off with your main oracle here. We have Watchers, Transpersonal. Okay. So already we're getting, yeah, your spirit guides are working with you in the dream realm. They're downloading things to you in your dreams. And it's almost like a combination of, yeah, no, it's more so ancient knowledge that is being downloaded to you, for you. Yeah. What are we doing with this ancient knowledge that Pile1's downloading, Spirit? Okay, we're not going to know quite yet. We're not supposed to know quite yet. It's still it's still in the process. Okay, so let's go to this side next. Yeah. Okay, so we have trust. Trust yourself in the universe's plan for you. Do not give your trust to others lightly. When one door closes, another opens. Okay, so I see you in a vast landscape of almost like aimlessly wandering in your mind, in your thoughts, saying, just looking to the stars, looking to spirits, saying like, what is going on? Where am I going with this? What's going to happen? When it's going to take off? Um, yeah, a little bit of confusion coming through, and also, yeah, confusion, questioning, just wondering, uh, wandering and wondering, A and O, both of those words, um, wondering where, when, how, all of the questions. Yeah, and Spirit is saying, oh, okay, to trust. It's like your messages have been sent, they have been received through Spirit, but it's being, what's the right, um, it's almost like it's heating up the process, yes. And when you're cooking something, it has to warm up, right, in order to get to a good temperature for things, alchemical processes to change and occur. So they're urging us to you to trust. All right, so we'll expand more on that in a bit, but let's go to our next one here. Naked. Do you feel exposed or outed in some way? What is making you feel inadequate, guilty, ashamed, or vulnerable? What do you need to release? Yeah, okay, this is interesting. For some of you, you feel like you're being watched. And we have watchers here too. Um, watch, observe, um, scrutinize may be a bit too much of the energy, but yeah, no, some of you are okay, interesting. That's kind of like a paranoia kind of feeling. Yeah, like feeling like you're constantly being watched. Um, and perhaps some of you are, because one of the advice coming with with this energy right now is some of you, it is recommended for you to guard your energy. Um, yeah, to cleanse your energy, to guard your energy. Okay, a little bit of jealousy energy coming through here from those who are watching you, perhaps. Yeah, so it would behoove you or to heed the message and guard and protect your energy a little bit. Um, okay, and let's get to the next cards with each oracle here. Change. I embrace change in this new day, and I adapt to what is to come. Okay, it's talking to the energy of those ancient downloads. What you're downloading is kind of like, how do we put this? It's like the basis of a program. I'm getting computer images, like a software. Is that right? No, it's more like hardware. Yeah, it's okay. Some of you techies might understand this, but it's I'm not tech savvy myself, but it's kind of like the fundamental, the basics, the hardware, and from that information, from the basic hardware, you're going to be able to um, create new things from the hardware. So you'll be creating new like software. I'm probably totally off on my technical terms now with computers, but um, yeah, the information you're downloading, you're getting from Spirit, it is like base information, and from that base information, you build upon it, and then you create something new out of those information. Yeah, that's right. Okay. Yes. All right. And so let's see here. For this card, ask for help. I'm willing to receive help from the universe wherever, whenever, and however it happens. Um, Okay. Okay, I see. That's why you feel like you're going on a barren desert land here because you're wandering like a nomad by yourself. Um, oh, okay. Starseed just came through. Oh, that's why. Some of you are starseeds, and you come to this planet to do your work, right? Yes. Um, your mission, your purpose, whatever you want to call it. But there's and you're always looking to the stars, looking home to where you came from. You're like, because this distant, I mean this, yeah, this planet is a distant planet from your original home, so it feels like you're in a foreign land, in a foreign country, in a foreign world, literally. So that's why you're just kind of wondering and doing your own thing and just waiting for your ancestor downloads from the other planets, or universes, or wherever you came from. And that's why I feel so lonely, just looking to the stars. But they're advising you to mingle, intermingle, with the human, with the species on this planet, because you're here to do that job. Or some of you are here to learn and pick up information. Yes, it may be uncomfortable. It's like whenever you go to a new country, like it's like speaking a new language. It's difficult and it's not easy. But if you never intermingle with the locals, like how would you learn what it's like to be in Spain if you've never been to Spain, or like to France or Uganda? I don't know why some of these countries, or maybe some of you are watching are from those areas, but um, yeah. Tibet, Nepal. Okay. Any more countries? uh, Picking up on a couple of countries in the Asia continent here with Thailand. Um, yeah, but Uganda was one of them stemming through also. But yeah, it goes back to our point here, right? If you go to another country, to another planet, and you just kind of do your own thing and just waiting for for spirit to kind of reconnect you in your dreams with like, or to send you the package that you're gonna work with, but you don't intermingle with the locals. Okay, they tell me you're getting the message. So okay, I won't beat on anymore, but yes, go intermingle. Because otherwise, yeah, you feel like you just are watching, or not interacting much. Um, all right, and we have surrender. I surrender the all limiting beliefs. I awaken and am reborn into limitless possibilities. Hmm. Okay, so something about being vulnerable and releasing here. What have we got with this energy? Yeah, no, I feel a very invasive energy here with this. Um, so perhaps not being able to be comfortable here with yourself because you always feel like you have prying eyes. And that is your tarot too. Here has a lot of eyes. And we have, oh, interesting. This deck rarely ever comes out, but it has very alien-y starseed vibes to me. So definitely along that realms if you resonate. Also, we're talking about, this is the Dream Visions Tarot, interestingly. Um, so a lot of dreams, a lot of visions, a lot of alien kind of vibes, watching, being watched, distant watchers. Um, yeah, part of it, okay. So relating back to that surrendering of that isolation, isolationism. Okay, yeah, that's coming through. Uh, that, yeah, that kind of alienated. There we go. uh, what a perfect term. That alienated kind of feeling, literally, because perhaps some of you are aliens. Yes, so it doesn't feel, um, yeah, it doesn't feel so welcoming. It feels like there's a lot of prying eyes on you. But okay, the message they want to send through for some of you who are uncomfortable on this planet, in this body, in this being, experiencing what it's like to be a human. One of the main messages Spirit wants to give right now is that it's not all that bad. The species is not. It's, yeah, as what's the right word, Spirit? As bothersome and frustrating as the human species can be, they're not all that bad. There's a good handful. Actually, there's no. Okay, they're telling me it's not just a portion of the population. It's how you look into people's personality and see what's the best in them that brings out the best in them that will allow you to have the better interaction. Yeah, it's not a numbers game. Everybody has the potential to become something greater. Yes, and most of the time, a lot of them will fall into their trappings and their games and resort to doing things that are not beneficial for humanity, making them kind of like um, the seemingly ugly parts of humanity with their behaviors and their action. Yes, that is to be acknowledged. That is true. But for those who are willing to shift, those you can connect with because they will demonstrate to you and you will see the potential good in humanity. Um, yeah, so, and understandably so, because I mean, like, yeah, it's almost like you're sending messages like, okay, you know what, send me home. It's like, I'm done here. But it's more so protecting your energy from the ones that are not so nice or so helpful towards their own species. And that's why I have a bit of self-care cards coming through here too. All right, and let's get into that now. Let's start with the first one, beauty. Okay. So before we look at the message, let's get a feeling for the image. Okay. Okay, we're getting that um, distant traveler, distant space nomadic traveler vibes again. Um, Longing for home. But what's that? Okay, beautiful message here. What Spirit's saying is that Spirit's always there with you. You're never separated from home. Distance-wise, perhaps, but you can bring home into your heart when you see the beauty that's all around you. And that's easier said than done, being in the location of where you are, being here on this planet, yes. But um, yeah, it's that same concept of finding what's beautiful in people instead of seeing them as alienated from you. Yes. Um, Today you are a curator of beauty. You are blessed with moments that let you know, beyond a shadow of a doubt, that all is well in the world and that all is well within you. Um, should you choose it to be, yes. Yes, bridge the distance. I see bridges forming across the waters here to your distant land and so distant homes. And then I see people popping up and you making a family. So it is possible on this planet for you not to feel so alienated. Um, yes, it's a matter of looking for the beauty around you, the beauty in the people around you, and then shielding your energy from those who are not. Because yeah, let's be real. Not everybody on this planet um, is on the most enlightened path, and some are willing to. I mean, some are choosing willingly to go down other paths, and that's their choice. But look for the ones that are worth getting to know, that are worth spending your time and energy with. Those beautiful message coming through here. Those are the ones you can create your project with. Um, for some of you who have missions to accomplish on this planet. All right, let's look into this card, decision, along with this side here. Hmm. Okay, I see. Some of you are hesitant. You're weighing the worth and the value of integrating the systems on your home planet and the system on this planet and in this galaxy, more specifically in this universe. No, they want to backtrack me a little bit. Just this galaxy. So your where you came from galaxy and then this galaxy. You're weighing. Yeah, you're weighing the worth of the species here. Okay. Huh. Okay. They're telling me that a portion of you, yeah, it needs to um, kind of let go of that judgment, right? Imagine if it was the other way around. Okay, thank you, Spirit. Imagine it was the other way around. If they came to your planet and they had something really wonderful to share with you, um, you would be curious and you would want to know what they want to share, right? But at the same time, like if like the foreigners your planet and they're like, is this species really worth this gold mine, this information, this knowledge that I want to share that can really, raise their vibration, really advance their, I don't know, technology or something, or advance their, somehow the images of the chariots coming up. So advance their transportation or travel, space travel, whatever. And your species be like, oh yeah, yeah, no, we want to know, like, but then like they're like, well, first you have to prove yourself, and that's what spirit's kind of advising you to relinquish and let go of. If you come here, um, okay, and I also want to point out for some of you who are not vibing with the star seeds and everything, let me bring it down to more practical terms. Before I read this, even if you want to create something in life, like a project, pursue a career, a profession, um, let's talk pure pragmatism here. You want to become the CEO of a company. You want to create a product that gets out there and gets sold daily on Amazon or whatever. And you're like, I don't know, my product, my technology, my company is a bit advanced. I don't know if people are worthy of receiving it. And their advice is to kind of let that fall away. Don't worry, that's ego. That's ego falling in line. Um, is like it's ego, it's judgment. Because what difference does it make, right? Um, if they're worthy or not. Your mission is to write that book, to be the CEO of that company, to create that product, to bring your Starseed mission here. So just go for it and then leave the rest to spirit. How it's received, how it comes out, whether it's beneficial for the species or not. It's not it what I'm hearing is it doesn't have to be in your hands to take on responsibility of whether it's worth it or not, or whether it's deserving or not. Just create the product, do the project, finish the mission, and then see what happens. Yeah. Sometimes the best decision is no decision at all. That's where I feel like you are at. It's this stuck energy wavering back and forth, weighing the pros and cons, the deserving, the not, and that's what we need to surrender. Uh, okay, and let's get into this part here. Okay, we have breathe. Mm-hmm. Yeah, they're pointing to these little plants here, and it's like they're little helpers, and they want to help. It's like people want to connect with you. Part of the species want to connect with you. Oh, look at this beautiful stars. We have sun moon duality again. Some of you are from, I don't know why I'm getting this, it may be relevant to some of you and might be helpful. Some of you are from a very vibrant, strong, powerful star system, Andromeda. Anyways, your sun is huge in your galaxy. Okay, so take that if it resonates. I don't know if that helps, but just wanted to convey that as it came through. Oh, okay. Maybe that's why you don't feel like they're so deserving of the species. It's like now we're getting into really an ego disparity here in terms of different solar systems. All right, I'll curtail that. We're not going to go there. But some of you are from really big systems, and that's why, yeah, there's that kind of feeling whether they deserve it or not kind of thing. But it's not only that, yeah, like we mentioned earlier, don't worry about that aspect, whether they deserve it or not. Just do your mission and look to the ones who want to help. They're actually very cute. There are some people on this planet that you will find, um, yeah, you will find very adorable, very easy to work with, to have to be in the company with, because like it's like seeing, yeah, this is coming through. So maybe some of you have pets. It's like seeing a dog or a cat or having your pet, right? It's like sometimes like they want to help and they can't, but at least they try, and it's so cute and it's so adorable that you can't help but kind of open up your heart and appreciate them just wanting to help you. Say for example, like um, okay, this is a weird example, but it's coming through. You come out of the lake just after a swim and you're trying to dry off, and then so your little dog grabs the towel and runs up and brings it to you, even though he or she can't clean or can dry you with the towel. That little gesture, right? It's so precious. Is what I'm getting. It's so heartful, that it's, you can't help but be like, oh, that's so sweet to appreciate their efforts. Yeah, that's precious. Yeah, so they say, like, get in touch and in tune with yourself, remember your mission, and then acknowledge those around you who want to work with you, who want to help you, who want to create something with you. Yes. And the message here is, the calmer you are, the more time slows down, and the easier it is to get everything done. Okay, I see. So calm down, slow down. Considering you're from a fiery, powerful solar system, for some of you, yeah, it's it's gonna take some meditation perhaps to and some calm waters to kind of meld in the energy with this solar system. Okay, wonderful. I think we covered all the messages there for our oracle. Let's look at. We want to save your Lenormand for last. It's been coming out last, so let's look at your tarot here. Okay, we have the Devil. Okay, speaking to that ego aspect again. Okay, an ego. Let's see. Two of Wands. This image is great. Really speaks to your situation here. Okay, usually, okay. I'll speak to that in a little bit. We have the Knight of Wands. Ooh, okay. So right away I'm getting Prometheus. So Prometheus was um, the one who brought fire to man, and he was punished for it by the gods. So that's the feeling we're getting here. Yeah, with Prometheus. Oh yes, and we have two for your next cards here. Anything else about Prometheus? It's a good message in there. Okay, so we have the Chariot. Just mentioned the Chariot earlier. Why am I getting Virgo vibes? The Chariot is usually represented by Cancer, but it just reminded me of the Hermit with Virgo vibes. Interesting. Virgo constellation, perhaps? Anything in that region? Okay, this is for a very select number of you. Huh, okay. And then we have the twins, or the lovers. Oh, interesting. Okay. Some of you have been bonded in previous lifetimes with human species before. Like you were either like okay, help me out. Yeah, some of you have had human reincarnations before. I mean incarnations. And then yeah, no, that's the main one that comes through. And that's why you're back in this lifetime. And we have the worlds. Yes. Usually it's the world, but they wanted me to say the worlds, plural, because we are talking about multi interplanetary and galaxies here, dimension systems. Okay, I see. All right, Pile1. So yes, that ego aspect we talked about earlier needs to be relinquished, needs to be let go. Thinking that whether the species is deserving or not is not your responsibility. You don't have to operate with that thought. It's like usually in the original right RWS tarot here, we see somebody holding the world in their hand with the Two of Wands, but here we see another world coming into this world, and it's almost as if this little person here is in the human world on this planet, and this planet is coming like from afar, like I said, a big Andromedon or like major star system elsewhere coming in. It's like, and then up, I see it retracting. It's like, here, no, worth it? No, okay, well, I'm gonna take it back. No, okay. So that's what I was laughing about earlier. I don't mean to be crass, but that's just the energy they're sending through to me. It's like, it's comical because it's all ego. It's irrelevant. It's okay, irrelevant may not be the right word. It's ego. It let it wash away. um, because the story of Prometheus, he was able to see humankind as, and we have the Knight of Wands here, who is the messenger that is bringing something, right, and bringing fire, bringing ignition. I mean, bringing passion, ignition to the human species. And in the eyes of Prometheus, he did not view the humans as worthy or not. That's why he had the heart, just to carry forth and bring and steal the fire from the gods and bring it to the humans, because out of that sense of compassion that overrides any sense of pride or ego. Yeah. Okay, so a bit of the perfection energy here. It's in subduing and taming that ego energy. Yes, whenever you come from a bigger systems, it's easy to well, because you have more power, more energy, right? Um, but the reason that it brought you back in the first place is because, like Prometheus here, and look where the card falls, it's the taming of the energy here with the ego. And then here we have what brings you back is the love, is the compassion, it's being able to see the cuteness in the species that brings you back. It's that's the essence of what's to kind of to capture, yeah, to bring back the energy for you, um, to really um, ask for help. And ask for help, it's more like seeking connections. That's what it really means when it comes to this message here. Look at the puppy who brought you the towel. It's like, yeah, he's not as strong as you, he's not as powerful, nor is he as intelligent as you, perhaps. Um, but his gesture is genuine. He really wants to help you. And that's what won your heart over in the first place. And that's what has brought you back. Because when you help the system here, it's going to help and spread throughout the cosmos. It's not so limited as you think. It's like, oh, if I help them here, then that's the end of the line. Like, who knows if the species is doomed or, yeah. Irrelevant. It does not matter. What you do in one reflection point or inflection point in time and space reverberates throughout the cosmos. It may affect other star systems and other species throughout. Yeah, so it can have quite an expansive and a profound effect. So yeah, the time you get it. Okay, so let's move on. Yeah, conquer that ego. Remember why you're here. Connect with those who are tuned to you, and make a difference in the cosmos, because you are part of a bigger star system. Yes, it's like a bigger brother. Okay, and for your Lenormand here, we have the shape of a cloud. Mm, sure, let's put the cloud like this. Actually, I want to put it like this. Okay, so we have the book. Okay, so you can see that here. Okay, yeah. Pisces with the deep realm of dreams, intuition, things birthing into creation, um, deep knowledge here. We have the stars. We have the star with Aquarius, and let's see, these two figures are standing out. Yeah, always looking home. I get it. Pile number one. Um, I may or may not. I probably don't think I'm from Andromeda, but I get it. Or I'm probably not from one of those bigger star systems, but I do understand the longing for starseed home elsewhere, or not feeling comfortable on this planet, or just not feeling comfortable with people in general. Yeah, because there's that part of humanity. I mean, that's part of their growth. You see all the prettiness and all the dirtiness as well. And yeah, so where it used to be, it can be something greater. Talking about network here, spreading knowledge as a network. All right, we have, yep, definitely. We have the ship. Yeah, you voyaged here from the stars. Um, and you want to go back to the stars. We know that already. And we have the fox. Yes. The daily 9 to 5, the drudgeries of the daily activity, human, the doldrum of the day. Things you have to do on this planet. Pay bills, cook food. Yeah. Sleep. All of those. Sleep, although it's important to you, that's where you download stuff and get your dreams um, and your information and your knowledge. And we have the tower. Okay. Okay. All right. I I have to share this. It was an instant hit. You see their system here is so archaic, and perhaps it is. It is quite a young species, pile number one. The humans have a lot to evolve, and you see them as quite archaic here, almost like dinosaur-like fossil. Um, and yeah, they're trapped in their own institutions, their own system, looking out. But yeah, and we see distant lands here again. And you see them so myopic, so limited in their knowledge, in their views, in their growth, in their expansion, everything. You see them as so archaic. And that's okay, because spirit wants them to grow. We are all created from spirit's light, right? So there's a reason why this planet exists. There's a reason why this is the happening spot in the universe right now, or at least one of it, if there's more. Um, yeah, because there's a lot to change. Um, and it is a cloud, so it is nebulous right now and quite uncertain how or what they'll be able to change or how they'll be able to grow. But as we mentioned already, all that is irrelevant. Um, it's not for us to determine their worth. It's not for us to determine how much, how little they'll grow. What is important is that you possess the knowledge. Um, okay, and they also want me to take them to the practical for those who are not resonating with the star seeds too. It's for you to create your project, your product, share your knowledge, no matter how you deem people are not worthy of it, or how you deem people are too perhaps stupid to comprehend. It's like, oh, I just came up with a program that's ingenious, or I decipher a code like no one's gonna ever understand this. You never know, they might surprise you, but it's irrelevant whether what they can or cannot. It's not of significance. What is of significance is you hold the knowledge, and you came here for a reason. You were born for a reason, and it's to share that vast network um, to kind of help the advancement and evolution and the growth here on this planet. Yeah, so even the world sits next to us here, and this worlds look like very interesting. There's multiple worlds here. All right, so that was your weekly check-in here, pile number one. Yeah, go forth, look for the ones you can work with, and create your projects while you download all your information in your intuition, in your dreams, in your meditative state, whatever you have you. Yeah, those were all your messages. Take care, shine bright, have a wonderful day. Hit like and subscribe for more messages, and I will see you in the next reading. Bye, Pile number ones. Hello, Pile2. Welcome to your shuffling process. All right, let's start off with our main oracle here. And we're already getting a number for it. So what's the reading on? Oh, okay. A bit fiery anger, frustration for some of you, perhaps. Okay, what is Pile2's energy like? Indignant. That's a good word for it. Feeling very fiery. We do have some consistency on this channel thus far about the energies coming through. So if you keep on getting drawn to this fire energy, welcome back, pile number 2. Okay, let's see. Okay, for those of you who are not feeling frustrated or angry, you're feeling very passionate, very fiery. And that's the way to kind of channel that energy as well, right? Let's put this here. Yeah, that's one way to channel that energy into something creative. That's what I'm getting. Okay. Now let's look at your second oracle here. 2 for this deck. Okay. What does Pile2 need to be most aware of? Your anger just drains your energy, pile number 2. So yeah, channel it to where it can be of use for you. Let's take this one. Let's see. Tarot, we want to do your... we have the Phoenix Lenormand here too, more of a fiery bird. What shape do we have for our pile number 2? Is that too cliche? I mean, I have to give the shape as they're telling me. We might find it rather cliche. Is I see 3 pieces of wood stacked on each other and burning, feeding into the flames, into a fire, almost like a campfire. Okay, so we want 3 and then 4, 5 for the flame. One base of the wood, second, third, and then 2 for the flames. Okay. Alright, so how should we structure this? Good. 1, 2, 3, and then 4, 5. Okay. Alright, and last, let's look at your tarot here. Do we want to... No, we do not want to touch this right now. We will shuffle it, but we don't have quite an energy reading for your tarot yet. So we will leave it to clarify or point out anything we need to in the reading itself. Perfect. All right, pile number 2, that was your shuffling. And then we'll jump into your reading here in just a little bit. Hello, pile 2, welcome to your reading. So let's start with your main oracle here. Ooh, follow the signs. And if you weren't there for the shuffling process, you have a very fiery energy coming through, as depicted in this card as well. Follow the signs to cool down. Follow the signs to what, Spirit? Can we please know? Okay. For some of you, it's cooling down. For other of you, it's creating. Okay. Let's see what's next. Sunlight after darkness. I see. That's why it's so fiery. Going, having gone through hardships, emotional hardships, heartbreaks, things like that. Um, yeah, puts one at in a state of solitude and recovery, and also anger. So that's why there's that pent up kind of that energy there. It's like, um, yeah, wanting to release your frustration. And what's the third one here? Leave behind what is no longer you. Yes. Okay. I already see the trappings right here. It's like some of you are almost like in a molting process. It's so you're in the transition between your old self and your new self. And your new self is a more accomplished version. Is that the right word? Not exactly, but um, a version where you have grown more. Yeah, yeah, that would be the best way to put it. It's kind of like going from a caterpillar to a cocoon to a butterfly, right? It's like you're in that transition between holding on to the caterpillar stage and shifting into the butterfly stage. Um, so yeah, getting kind of caught there still, because there needs to be a bit more release, a bit more acceptance into the form that you're becoming. But that's not easy. It's challenging. That's why you're still clinging on and staying in the energy in the state of what is comfortable. Um, like I see you literally being in the middle of it here. Like, do I release and let go, or do I, yeah, to create and become something new, or like, oh, do I need to feel those emotions out a little more before I burn them out, so to speak. Yeah. Okay, let's look at your other oracles here and see what we have. I want to go here first. This is more like advice. Okay, so in the shuffling process, we mentioned a little bit about anger, frustration, burning, and your energy, and it's leaving kind of like a barren, yeah, like a forest after a fire. Um, who benefits? No one really, until you go into the next stage after a normal forest fire, where the soot, the ashes, the dust now re rekindles the nutrients back into the soil from what has been burnt, and that will be a very fertile uh, um, condition for future growth. Because right now, for a good portion of you, you're in that middle phase stage between the caterpillar and the butterfly, between the after the forest fire has burned and before it starts to regrow again, um, and then just in a state by yourself before moving on to the next relationship, and then still dealing with the aftermath of the previous relationship or emotional hardships that you've gone through. Okay, we have farewell to the nest. Thank the nest that protected you and allowed you to grow. As imperfect as it was, it contributed to who you are today. Remember where you came from and the lessons you learned there, but don't stay focused in it. You have much more to learn. Yes, precisely. Farewell to the nest. So remember the nest, thank the nest. Remember the situation, thank the situation. Don't stay in the situation. Appreciate that you were as painful as it seems, but spirit has a way of giving us experiences that will help us grow, right? It's like a lobster, a caterpillar, anything that goes through a molting process. It's very uncomfortable, but if it never goes through it, then yeah, I am being reminded of the process of the lobster here. It's a story that I would like to, yeah, I think we'll kind of capture this message before we read your final resolution oracle here. Um, so there's a lobster that asks creator, it's like, oh, like creator, why do I have to go through the painful process of shedding my shell every so often, like every few years or something like that? And creator is like, well, it's to help you learn and grow. And I might not be specific about the story, but it's the gist of what I remember. And then the lobsters are like, well, I don't want to go through that pain each time. Can you just make it where I just stop growing? Or I mean, I just stop molting or stop shedding? And then creator asks lobsters like, is that what you want? And then the lobster's like, yes, please. I don't want to go through that painful process anymore. And creators are like, well, yeah, let me grant you your wish. So the lobster no longer molts. It doesn't change its shell, it doesn't lose its shell, but it continues to grow, right, inside that shell. It doesn't stop growing. But what happens is as it grows, it starts to get too uncomfortable for the shell. It gets too big, and now it's even more painful. And the lobster goes back and asks spirit, like, oh, like, can I please go back to the molting process? And the essence of that story is that you will continue to grow regardless, because each experience you go through is going to teach you something, right? Starting from like a baby until like the day that we move on from this existence. It's like you keep on experiencing, but if you don't want to shed the things and you want to go through the process, I mean, you want to hold on to what you are, while you naturally just keep on growing, it's going to be even more painful, in our analogy here. So yeah, channel your energy to create something, and spirit is sending you signs that you are growing, that you are learning. They're also sending you signs, to tell you when you're going down a challenging path, and the decision you choose is going to make things more difficult. But they'll also send you signs that are indicating that you're on the right path, quote unquote, the right path, or as I like to say, paths that are more beneficial for you, that will help you in a in more of ease of transition and growth towards creative endeavors, creative projects. Yeah. Okay, let's look at your other oracle here. Yeah, I see the light at the end of the tunnel. Um, a lot of peace, a lot of serenity. Let's see what this speaks about. The enchanted clearing. Far away from the preoccupations of everyday life, there is an enchanted place full of powerful magic. It is a peaceful place where it is good to recharge and heal. Close your eyes, calm your mind, and let it reveal itself. You are at home, and you will always be welcome here with sweetness and warmth. That's absolutely beautiful. Yeah, so in the clearing of the aftermath and the emotional tumultuous aspect, there is a peaceful place. And you know how to bring yourself there. That's what I'm getting. It's like the lobster knows how to molt, how to change each time, even if it is painful of a process. So does a caterpillar. It's very uncomfortable in a cocoon. It's very tight space, and it has to kind of like move and shift, and yeah, kind of push its way out, or like a chick in an egg. Very uncomfortable space, but it has to push its way through. Yeah, because on the other side, life awaits you. All right, let's get into your Lenormand here, and then we'll use tarot for any further message or clarification. So for your Lenormand, we have um, uh, 3 wooden sticks. Oh, wait, I think it went this way. Either way, and it builds into and feeds into a fire, like a campfire, you can imagine. It's like 3 sticks, fire. Let's start with what's being burned here. Ooh, okay. This is very interesting. Because the energy of this card is usually different. And in a way, here it is. Phoenix, transformation, crucible. So we'll speak to that in a second. We have the book. Gather what you've learned. And let me scoot these up so you can see them. There we go. And we have the bear. My oh my, look how much you've grown. That's what I'm hearing. And then we have the fire. Ooh, we have the scythe. Yes. Cut away what no longer serves you. And we have for your flame here, we have the anchor. Interesting energy to get for the top flame here. Okay, beautiful message. So yes, for your quote-unquote bonfire here, the experience itself is a gift, you can call it that. It's a blessing in disguise. There we go. That's what they're telling me. It's like putting you in a crucible, right? When you put something in a crucible in a chemistry experiment or in general, it's to coerce change. It's almost alchemical in a way where it forces a nature of a substance to change from one form to another. That's what the crucible does in chemistry. And this rose here is amidst all this darkness and smoke and intense energy, but it emerges a rose nonetheless. And we have the Phoenix Lenormand here, so with the ash theme again, burning things down, experiences that forge something new. Um, because every time you go through the experience, you retain the knowledge and you become more powerful. And that's what feeds into the fire here. These are the basis of your strength and what you become. It's the foundation of who you are, or the foundation of the potential that you can become. And what happens is you need to cut away and leave behind what no longer serves you, because there's sunlight after darkness. Yeah, and instead of, because this is an interesting thing to get for the top of the energy here, I mean the fire here, especially in correlation with this oracle here, is that instead of weighing you down, the anchor has 2 meaning in Lenormand. It can either weigh you down, or it forms a base stability to anchor you, to root you. So your experience can go either way. and it's up to you. Beautiful, beautiful way Spirit laid this out. You can cut away. Let's look at the harvest analogy too with the scythe. So when you're harvesting, I think wheat, or rice or something like that, right? They have a saying. It's like separate the wheat from the chaff, or separate the husk from the seed. So what you're trying to get is the precious thing in the crucible, and you release all the dirt, the grime, the dust, whatever that you don't need anymore. So your experience, I mean, hate to be at that point, but it can either weigh you down or it can form the basis of your eternal growth. Yes. So absolutely magnificent. And now we want to jump into your tarot because I'm curious to know what you've gone through. Well, not necessarily what you've gone through. Let's ask Spirit this way. What is the most significant lessons that you've gone through that will bring you the most beneficial wisdom for growth? Yes. Okay. So, Spirit, can we please know what is the nugget, the golden nuggets, nuggets of wisdom that pile number 2 can take from their experiences that will that they can retain on, that they can hold on to, that will give them the anchor and the growth that they need. Yes. What are the nuggets of wisdom from this experience, or these experiences? I think I'm going to shift this to the end. Okay. All right, so we have the Six of Pentacles. We have Bear again. Okay. I bare my heart to share the fruits. What does that mean, Spirit? Okay. You bare your heart to the experiences to get the fruit or the wisdom from those experiences. Because in a way, it's almost like we see reciprocity here. What you get from the experience is from what you learn. Let's have some more clarification. The message is a little bit ambiguous. We have the Ace of Wands. Okay, growing power. And we have Justice. Okay. Then we have the Hanged Dragon. Okay. Like the dragon saying, leave me alone. And the last card we have here is the Ten of Pentacles. That's what I wanted to shift this. Okay. Beautiful. All right. Yes. So for some of you, yeah, let's speak to those with the relationship aspects. Now, having gone through difficult emotions in relationships in the past, or relationships that brought you to this point of anger, frustration, just bad memories, bitter waters, bad taste in your mouth kind of experience. Karmic lessons can be learned here. To forge something so new, to shift your perspective. Because what you're doing is you're building for future generations. Because what happens is you for those of you out there who wants to have kids or have kids, or even want to just mentor people, you don't necessarily have to have kids. You will be passing the knowledge and the wisdom to future generations or anybody who knows you encounter in life. It's like when you look at a certain situation, you can become bitter about it, or you can become wise about it after learning from it. It's like, oh, like she cheated on me, he did this, she did that, he did this kind of thing. And you can become a negative Nancy about it. And then that carries into whoever you interact with your children, with your family, with your friends, with random strangers on the street. Or if you take it the other way around, because karma will take care of itself. Whoever did XYZ to you is going to experience the laws of action and consequences. You as well, right? So the way that you carry it out will also dictate your experiences in the present, in the future. If you carry this pattern or this energy that's like, oh, you know what, I'm just going to go through life being very defensive, I'm not going to trust anybody because people are not trustworthy, that energy gets spread out there, and then you will perceive the consequences of that kind of energy. But if you're able to transform things, and we do get a bit of like legal matters and things coming to the forefront here, so I will speak. I would make a note of that part, that yes, all due parties will get their karma, so to speak. Yes, so I don't know if that partially satiate your angers or something, but yeah, if you shift that energy into something more of greater potential, it's like, okay, I've gone through these experiences with these people, they hurt me, they're horrible, they did XYZ, but you know what, I'm not going to let that define me, and especially I'm not going to let that carry through me, through my children, to the people I interact with, and that shifts the whole dynamic. It shifts your whole perspective, and that is what it's encouraging you to do, because you can either become really ruthless and bitter, or you can become really powerful and inspiring. The decision is up to you. Yeah, all your cards here, Spirit is leaving the decision up to you. The advice is, yeah, to take the wisdom of nuggets from your situations. Yeah, I'm not gonna mince words. So yeah, I will deliver the message as truthfully as I can, and we leave the decision up to you. You can stew in the anger, or you can mix the anger into a stew that will taste a lot sweeter and more delicious. And that may be hard for some of you to hear, but I have to deliver the message as truthfully as I can. And it's all stemming from love. And I feel a bit of resistance coming from some of you, but it's all meant well, yeah, and with love. This is all for your personal growth, pile number 2. It's yeah, no harm, no foul if you feel a certain way. But the encouragement, yes, that's the proper word for it. The encouragement is for you to shift, learn, and transform from your experiences. All right, pile number 2, that was your reading. Wonderful. So yes, if you found the message insightful, go ahead and hit that like and subscribe button for more messages. I wish you a wonderful, transformative day. Yeah, have a wonderful, lovely time, shine bright, and I will see you in the next reading. Bye, pile number 2. Hello, pile 3. Welcome to your shuffling process. So let's start with your main oracle here. Okay, a bit ambivalent in the energy of this oracle here. All right, how many cards for this? 2. Okay. Talk about ambivalence. Okay, what is the energy of pile number 3 here, Spirit? Okay, a little bit melancholy. Let's cheer you up, pile number 3. Okay, so 2 energies here actually. Because one energy cannot capture all who tune in. One is a bit melancholy. The other is very serene, very peaceful. Yeah, so I wonder if we'll have 2 groups in this reading. Can we get 2 cards from this oracle, please, Spirit? Yeah, we might have the potential of 2 groups in this pile number 3. That's what it feels like so far. But the majority of you are a bit shy, so that's why we're not getting the cards so readily here. There we go. Thank you. Actually, you know what? Those are the 2 energies. Okay. All right, let's go to your Mystic Path Oracle next. Oh yeah, almost like a split in these 2 groups. Interesting. Okay. Okay, so how many cards for this deck, Spirit? 3? 3 or 2? Now it's gonna be 3. Okay, one more shuffle. So can we get a read a little bit on the 2 different piles? I mean 2 different groups in this pile, Spirit. Not this one. Oh, this one. Yeah, one group is going through something. The other is kind of flowing along. Okay, and let's look into your nature portals. Okay, how many cards do we have for this bit? Oh, I thought we had 3 for this. We're only taking 2. Okay, interesting. So 2 it is. And I think we won only. Yeah, that's pretty straightforward. One of each oracle for you guys, pile 3. Let's see. We want to split the tarot next. Very interesting. And we do have another tarot to clarify any details. So, okay, they want me to go 1 each until we hit 7. Okay. Okay. Seven each? No, 7 for this one, 6 for that one. That's 3 thus far. This one, this one, this one. Okay, give me just a second, stars. Let me count how many these are. 2, 4, 5. No, 2, 4, 5. Okay, 2 more here and 1 more for here. Got it. I just want to keep on adding more cards. Okay, now we want here. 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 Okay, so we're actually going to go 8, 7. Okay, we have our 8. And we have 2, 4, 7. Perfect. All right, we're going to use the other tarot to clarify. Perfect. Okay, and let's get into Lenormand. Oh, they want me to... Oh, okay. They want me to use another Lenormand. Perfect. All right, let me pause this real quick. Let me get you other Lenormand. Another pile here. Okay, pile 3. So still water theme. But this is more the calmer, smooth flowing vibe. And this is the more melancholy vibe. So your energy is very similar, if not the same. It's very watery, emotional, calm, smooth flowing. But we do have two different groups here. Okay, so for this group, what do we have? Oh, wow, okay. A sea urchin. No, not a sea urchin. Some sort of sea creature with a spike on it. I don't know what it is. Maybe we'll see in this card here. But how many cards for that? We want 5 cards. 3 for the body, 2 for the spikes. Okay. 1 spike. Can we get 3 for the body here, Spirit? Okay, so your shuffling process is going to take a little bit longer, pile number 3, because, yeah, I think we have 2 groups coming through for this one. And then can we get up? There's our other spike. Okay, so we have, you know what, we're going to go body 1, 2, 3, and then spike 4 and 5. Okay. And this other group, what do we have? A balloon. Balloon it is. Okay, with a string too. Floating up. A red balloon. The red balloon. Okay, how many? They want 4 for the balloon and 1 for the string. Okay, some of you may resonate with the red balloon. Maybe that's the story. There was a movie called The Red Balloon. Yes, so maybe Google that for some of you. Okay, here's your string. All right, so we start out with the string, and then we'll go 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, pile number 3, let me set all this up, and then we will see you reading. Hello, Pile 3. Welcome to your reading, or should I say Pile 3s. In your shuffling process, it was very interesting. We have 2 different groups coming in this pile here. Yeah, so let's dive into this group first. So let's see here. So if you don't resonate with this message, please hold on for the other group. We'll see what's going on. Okay, shedding the old. There's change coming your way. Cultivate a sense of adventure so you'll be able to see these new prospects. Okay. I see. So the eyes are very significant here, and looking at your current, which will soon be old shell. Yes, so you see something in your life or in yourself as very precious and you want to cling on to it. But what happens is, as you cling on to what seems so shiny, so bright, so beautiful, you might miss the opportunity to grow or to see something else greater. Yeah. And let's look at your next oracle here. Integrity, aligned in thought and action, undivided, impeccable. Okay. You want to strive towards something. Okay, what's going on with this card, Spirit? but like it's almost like there's too many people, too many hands in the kitchen, too many hands in the project. Um, you all have a similar goal, but you are all when you come about it from different ways, it muddies up the final result. Um, yes. What else do you want to speak to that spirit? Let's see here. Yeah, it's like they're giving me an image of like a cake or something that you're baking or cooking. And it's like if you have like 5 different chefs in the kitchen, they're like, oh, I want to add a little bit more rosemary. No, I want to add a bit more of like lavender or like whatever. It's like it's what the original recipe was. Um, it's not going to be, yeah, as it was originally planned. Is what I'm getting. Okay, all right. We'll we'll leave that there for now. Oh, we have the otters. Okay. For your nature portals here. Huh. Teamwork here. Shedding the O. Yeah, I get teamwork here. Um, to build like a dam, but being caught and distracted in the minor details. Something shiny, just like how it is here. The eyes going to the shiny O shell. The vision of what was, but being distorted by so many opinions, so many um, differences in opinions. Like it's almost like each legs on this lobster wants to go different ways, while the eyes are still on the same goal. Same here and same here. Okay, we actually want to go to Lenormand next before we dive into the tarot here. And for your Lenormand, we have, oh, interesting. Um, I'm not sure if it's like it's not a sea urchin, but it's some sort of sea crawling creature with, and we have 2 spines or spikes for it attached to the creature. Okay, so we go 1, 2, 3, and then here are the attached spines or spike. Oh my god! Just notice it looks like a lobster. It's like here's the lobster body and tail, and then here are the spikes or spine. We could either shift it this way, but we'll just leave it this way. You can see it's kind of like a lobster. Um, okay, so let's see here. We have birds or seagulls in this specific case. Okay, what I'm getting is a V formation. So it's talking about teamwork, right? Oh, as you notice, I don't think it was with seagull. It was with geese. Yeah, when they fly in formation, that V, they take the V formation because it's the teamwork that allows them to go long distances. It has to do with the airflow that and then they switch on and off. They keep rotating to keep each other going. Yes, so that message is coming through, and we have the moon. So you guys are presenting something, okay? Yes, this. I mean, this the Little Mermaid is in the moon here, and what I'm being recalled to is when she was trying to impress the prince and all her friends were trying to help her out. The little flounder fish, the Sebastian crab, the seagull, like they all have different takes on like how she should dress to impress the prince. But it's like they make her look like this clumsy mess that looks totally ridiculous. So being reminded of that here and wanting to present something, perhaps a project. And this came out in your selection process, and we have here again with the bear. Okay. Perhaps it's a presentation for your boss, for some of you, or a big company, or a school project. What else do we have here, Spirit? Yeah, no, some sort of authoritative figure, institution, project, school, things like that. And then we have here the garden. Ooh, okay, for some of you, it's something bigger. I just got like almost like a ribbon cutting ceremony, or some sort of like major gala event or like a wedding, something big, something that where there's a lot of people gather. Um, yeah, it's a big event. I mean, that's why you all want it to be so perfect. Um, but yeah, okay, and then we have the fish. Okay. Yeah, something, something, is ostentatious the right word? No, because that has a negative connotation to it. Something, what's the right word? What's a good descriptive word, Spirit? No, magnificent is kind of like overused, although we could use that word. Um, yeah, so we get a theme of wanting to present something splendorous, splendid, splendor, something really nice, amazing, beautiful looking. Yes. But it takes collaboration as a team. Yes. Yes. It does take collaboration as a theme. And the message is to get the little best parts from each person, or it's like one person, like going back to that mermaid analogy, it's like, or no, let's go to the community analogy. The it can have kind of like a little elements of each person. It's like, oh, we should decorate the hall here with a cascade of flowers, and somebody else like, oh, we should have, like a little bit of hint of orange in the punch or something. And when you take all those little suggestions, the best ideas from each party, then it really can create a product that is magnificent. But it requires cooperation, cohesion, collaboration, work to present to this big project, this big person, this presentation, whatever it is, this ceremony that you're working towards. Um, yes, it can be really something beautiful to be presented, but it needs, yeah, cohesion. Okay, and let's get to the tarot here. Um, I actually want to wait because I think I think those of you who are not resonating with this message are eager to hear your message. So let me switch energy real quick. Go to this side, and then I think we will do the tarot for, yeah. We'll go to this side, the oracle, and maybe the Lenormand. We'll do the tarot, and then we'll do any clarification. So now this group can kind of wait a little bit for this group's energy here. All right, so for our second group here, we have, let me clear that energy a little bit, but still stay in the energy for both groups. Okay, we have disengage from outcomes. Let go so you can open yourself to the highest love that you deserve. Find ways to release worry or any unresolved lack of forgiveness you might be holding on to. Okay, so I'm hearing somebody bit you in the past, quote unquote, bit you. No, this is a very melancholy kind of energy. Yeah, somebody hurt you. Is that right? Scarred you. Interesting. But there's something about outcomes as well. That's why we have similar energy here. Okay, let's see what's going on. Connection, reach out, relationship is vital. And actually here, I feel like the hands are slipping away from each other. But at the same time, you still want to go back to the connection. Lifeline, unable to let go. Okay. And then we have the turkey. Almost like reminds me of like not acorns, pine cones here. So like forming like it's interesting because that's not what pine cones are. Its functionality is for it. It's almost remind me of layers that you built for yourself. It's remind me of Thanksgiving. It's where the repeated pattern of consumption each year. It's like as you go into this relationship, you know it's not beneficial for you because you get chewed at each time by this person or these people, whatever. Whenever you engage in that relationship or with those people or with that person again, but something is difficult to let go, so you keep on going back. Yeah, and it's hard to let go. It's like, yeah, like the hands want to let go, but they can't. Something is keeping you attached. Oh, and I just had an image of a balloon rising and letting go, or floating away. And that is what your Lenormand is with, but they want me to actually look at your tarot first. Yeah. Okay. So let's look at your tarot first. Nine of Clouds, after the storm. And this came out in your selection process. Okay. Nine of Cups, after the storm. I love this card in this deck. This Nine of Cups speaks to the challenge and the difficulty of or kind of like the ephemeral state, the passing state of this energy. Okay, the Nine of Wands with Persevere. Yeah, getting that same energy, being pounded over and over again by the same thing. And each time leaving you a little bit less I want to and I don't want to at the same time say a little bit less of yourself. It's like something gets drawn away or taken from you each time. Page of Pawn. Boundless Curiosity. Interesting. We have the others again. We might, I mean, the energy is the same or very similar for both groups here. So not surprising we have synchronicities. Maybe one group can benefit from hearing about the other and vice versa. Page of Wands, Boundless. Page of Pentacles, Boundless Curiosity. This speaks to the nature of who you are, pile number 3. Pile number 3 group. I'll call this group B since we started with this first. And we'll call this group A here. A, B. The Hierophant with the channel. Okay. Interesting. We do have some intuition and knowing here, but it's on the Hierophant aspect. So there's a bit more structure and rigidity to it as opposed to the High Priestess energy. Okay, then we have the Sun, the Radiance companion. Someone else is waiting for you. We have Strength, the quiet power. Okay. And then we have Justice, the inner reflection. Okay, as within, so without. The shadow that casts upon the doubt my world is twist inside out. Interesting. Okay. Okay, so I want to review your Lenormand too before we even decipher the message here. Even though we have a bit of the message already, but yeah, let's do that. Let's review your Lenormand too, and let's see if there's connection between the two that maybe can help both groups out. So for your Lenormand, we have the balloon floating off. It's what I mentioned earlier. So we have the string, then we have the balloon. And I mentioned it was the red balloon, which is a movie or a story. Back in the days, I don't remember how old this story is, but yeah, it's so some of you may know that reference or look it up, and it may have some significant points pertaining to you. But let's look at our string here first. Okay, we have the woman. Then we have the garden, which we have here. Interesting. Oh, I'm also getting an additional message with this. Okay. Then we have the rider. We have the ring. More so caught up than connected. Okay. And then we have the birds. And we also have birds here too. Holy cow. Okay. Interesting. And also being pointed by your emotions here with Cancer. All right, Group B. So, yeah, I feel like you're in this very feminine, receptive energy. And it doesn't matter if you're a man or a woman. But yeah, you're in this very kind of um, melancholy, emotional energy, and the person or persons you were with, um, group, family, friends, romantic relationships, um, take those that it resonates for each individual here. It was somebody who I'll just talk to the one group, but yes, please apply it to for you if it's a group of people or yeah, different relationships. But I'll talk to just one person. I mean, I'll talk in the sense of one person so we can not spend 5 hours here. So yeah, your person was somebody who was very charming to you. Yeah, that kind of like opened up your field of interest, your connection to the outer world, like to help you explore, to help you reach out your limits, your boundaries, to expose you to things that you wouldn't normally do or wouldn't have thought of before. Yes. So that's why they seem so charming, so charismatic, so uh, inviting. Yeah. And the thing is that it makes you very attached to them. And that's why it's so difficult to let go, because you are this person who kind of has, like it says here, boundless curiosity, right? You are interested about the world. You do want to know things. Perhaps you have a lot of intellectual and cultural pursuits. Like I'm getting a lot of airy vibes for some of you. Um, yeah, and wanting to explore, wanting to know, wanting to, but not having the boldness to go out on your own and to do that by yourself. So having someone come along and kind of coax you out of your shell was very comforting. Yes, and then in the process thereof, it makes you very attached to this person. But over time, what happens is this person, um, yeah, although they did all this stuff for you and it was wonderful and it was great the time that it lasted, um, yeah, they seem like this radiant companion, this enlightening companion that has helped you to greater depths. But and that yeah, kind of brought you out of your shell. But over time, it's like you start to notice their faults, and then it bites at you, and literally like they they either snap at you or they criticize you, and it almost kind of takes you aback a little bit, because the person whom you once thought was so amazing, so enlightening, so radiant, has this aspect of themselves that, and I'm hearing some of you are not comfortable hearing this because you have put them on such a high pedestal that you want to have them remain there. So it's uncomfortable for you to hear that they are also human and they also have faults. Um, so somebody who seemingly is so spiritual, elevated, charming, amazing, magnificent, radiant, you name it. Um, yeah, for someone like that to do you wrong really bites at you, really gnaws at you, really hurts you, and over time, it's it becomes a repeated cycle of you going back and forth with them. It's like it's like a ping pong relationship. Yeah. Um, you break up, you don't talk for a little while, then get back together, so on and so forth. Yeah, so it just keeps on going back and forth. But yeah, like this balloon, it's very wound tightly to your wrist or your hand. And the question of whether what you want to do with that is entirely up to you, right? Um, we all have free will to stay in the relationships that we want to stay in, or to move on from relationships that we deem are not beneficial for us. Um, and it's a wake-up call to remove ourselves from situations and people that are no longer um, beneficial in our lives. Or I don't want to say beneficial, it's more like that we can grow with, that will help us in our growth, and vice versa, perhaps. Because sometimes staying in a relationship with somebody who you have placed so high upon a pedestal um, can be detrimental for you when you, it's like you see no fault in their stars, is what I'm getting. Um, so it's like they're so perfect in your eyes that they can never fall from their pedestal, but in reality, they are still just human. All right, so yeah, now we want to switch back to this group. Um, Interesting how some similar cards came out, but different kind of messages. Um, yeah, so yeah, either group listening, if you feel like either group resonates or can help you in either way, then please claim the message. But let's look at this group's tarot right here. Because I think the energy that's similar here is part of it is releasing and part of it is compromising. Whether you're compromising for yourself or you're compromising with other people and your image to the world and the community and people too, it's an influence upon both groups here. Yeah. So that's why you two fall in the same pile. All right, let's look at your tarot for group A here. We have the Three of Cups with Saturate. Okay, that's a very nice message. We have the Moon with the Gentle Guide. We have the Moon again. Different moon in tarot than it is in Lenormand, but similar meanings. At least in this case. Two of Wands with Searching Power. Now let's speak to the personality of some of you in the group too. Or the group you're working with is what I would say. For those of you who are collaborating and working with other people in a group, you all have pretty strong power and strong personality. Two of Cups with Share Space. What are we talking about? Exactly. I want to put this here. Yeah. Talking about shared space too. Another group in your own pile. Eight of Wands with Synchronicity. It doesn't get any more straightforward than this pile number 3. Group A. Okay, and we have the Ten of Wands. Let go. Let go of each individual's perfection. I always want to put that card under there. Judgment with the Deep Unknown. What is this about? Huh. Might need some clarification on that one. And then we have the World. You are complete. When you're about to complete the project. So group A. Yeah. No, you guys are pretty close to finishing this great product, this great presentation, this did I say project presentation yeah, whatever you all are working on. The reason why you are all butting heads a little bit is you want each of you have strong personality and strong creativity is also what I'm getting here. So you want the project to be a certain way, right? Just like all the chefs, all the cooks in the kitchen, they want their product to be a certain way. But it's the synchronicities of working together um, and letting go of all those minor perfection, yet at the same time capturing the essence of um, the really beneficial points from each person um, that will bring out an amazing product that you all can celebrate. Yes. And I'm curious. Can we get a clarification on this Judgment, Deep Unknown card here, Spirit. Can we get just a little bit of clarification on that? Okay, we have the Emperor. We have the Fool. And we have the Devil. So this Deep Unknown, I see, speaks. Did you see the 3 cards we pulled, pile number 3? They're all major arcanas. We have the Emperor, we have the Fool, and we have the Devil. We're all talking about personalities here. Those strong personalities that are coming through in the project, the creation, in the presentation, whatever have you. And that's why we're seeing this kind of clash of the different energies in creating this product. Somebody who, some people are very structured, some people are very determined, is what I'm hearing. Almost like rigid with their points of view. It's like, no, this, we have to do it this way. Some people are a very different energy. It's like, oh, you know, what is potential? What is possible? What can we mix? What elements can we really throw in there that will kind of like stir things up? And this person's like, no, like we got to stick to that. So yeah, this is the full energy. This is Emperor energy. And some people are like, oh, we want to make it flashy. You know, we want to make it, yeah, like, flashy. That's a good word for it. We'll make it flashy. We want to make it like glow, oomph, pop, stand out. Yeah, so yeah, very different perspectives, but on the same goal. So that's why we're having a clash. And yeah, it's reiterating the same message. When you extract the essence of the strong points of each of those personalities, then you will get an amazing product or creation. But teamwork is indicated here. And here, yeah, we talked about either removing yourself from the situation, the person, or removing the person from the pedestal, because then you keep on looping yourself back and forth. All right, that was all the messages. Pile number 3, group A and B. Very interesting. Yeah, thank you so much for joining and bringing your energies here, all of you. Yeah, if you found the message insightful, hit like and subscribe for future messages. And then I will see you now in the next reading. Take care, shine bright. Bye, pile number 3. Hello, pile number 4. Welcome to your shuffling process. All right, so let's start with your main oracle here. Let's see, how many cards do we have for this extra? 1 or 2. So we have 2 here. Okay. Okay, let's shuffle this way. Okay, let's see. What is pile number 4's energy like? Ooh. Sagacious. Wise. Sage. Older for some of you. I don't know, I'm just getting a very mature vibe here. Yes. Okay. Yeah, it doesn't necessarily have to be old in terms of age, power number 4. It can just be old in terms of, wise in terms of maturity. Although some of you certainly could be wise. When I asked for which decks, okay, 1 card from here, which decks to come through for you, yeah, they were, as you if you haven't noticed, they're all very plant-based, green, or all plant, yeah, related kind of decks. So speaking in terms of earth wisdom, um, some of you might be green thumbs, plant lovers, green witches, green man kind of energy, fertility, yeah. All right, and we have, oh, we have two cards here. Okay. So our 1 becomes 2. I will leave it there. And let's see. 3 cards from this deck. Pile number 3. Yes. Thank you, Spirit. Okay. If you like plants a lot, feel free to comment in the comment section, pile number 3. I mean 4. Sorry. I am also a major lover of plants. So let's see here. This was kind of shy. So we're gonna, yeah, there we go. All right, and let's see what we want for your Lenormand. We want your tarot first, actually. Okay. We want 5 cards from your tarot. Ooh, interesting. I'm getting a shape for your tarot. A pentagram, which speaks a lot to me about earth, vortex, kind of like energy, focusing of grid lines. Yeah. Okay, so 1. Oh, your cards are just popping, pile number 4. 3, 4, and can we get 1 more for our, yes, there we go. Yeah, they are ready. Let's leave this here. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, let's go with this. 4, 5. And you're the Norman. Don't tell me that we have the shape of a tree. All right, so for the Lenormand, oh, okay, so we kind of have a tree, but not exactly. We have a fallen log, an old log too, but I see growth coming out from the log. Interesting. So it looks interesting because I'll speak to this more in the reading, but let's go ahead with the shape of your Lenormand here. How many do we have, Spirit? 4, 4, 5, 5, 6, 5, 6, or 4, 5. Okay. Let's get, yeah, let's start our log and then we'll see where we go from there. So we have a log and a little branch growing from that log. We're gonna take both of these actually. 1, 2. So let's lay our log down here, or I mean our fallen tree, I should say. 3, 4. Okay, we do want 6. Okay. 5. And everything of yours is coming in pairs, except for this one. 2, 4. Is that right, Spirit? So let me switch up 1 card. What is this one? The coffin. Something had to give. Okay. You want me to switch it for something else? Okay. All right, let me sort this out. Pile number 4, and then we'll get into your reading. Hello, Pile4. Welcome to your reading. All right, so we'll start off with your main oracle here. We have Primrose. Okay. Wow, ancient energy. Changing things on the landscape. Um, a bit of alchemy going on here too. Yes. Shift and changes throughout the eons of time. That's why your energy in the shuffling process feels very old, wise, ancient, mature. The restorers. Ah, okay. Okay. That makes a lot of sense. Okay. All right, give me just a minute here. Let me pause the video and I'll get back to you just a second. All right, Pile3, I just wanted to check on something real quick. So in the restorers here, we have 3 plants, and I wanted to check which the plants were for you. And so we have Roseroot, Valerian, and St. John's here. And this Druid here is a healer. But yeah, so those were the 3 different plants in the restorers card here. And what we're talking about, the energy I was getting before checking here was that, so Primrose often was indicative of kind of like something new, something budding, usually romance. But what I got from the card here intuitively with the landscape and going back eons before time and then transformation here with Carowin's Cauldron, Onwin, um, it's like your energy is very old, very profound, very ancient, almost kind of mysterious, but part of certain lineage traditions, bringing a lot of old magic with you, um, most likely in the herbal tradition as well, as we have a lot of plant decks coming through here. But your magic and healing will be very restorative and creating a new landscape generation for futures to come. So that is absolutely amazing. Just feeling your energy is very, very deep, very profound. Yes. So let's leave those 2 oracles there and see what the other oracles are saying. And this is another plant deck here. This is the magic of flowers, and we have Magnolia. Ah, okay. Yes, so you know your ceremonies. Okay, I see. And then we have Lily. Do you see the synchronicities here, pile number 4? We have both people in the same kind of uh, positioning, stance, um, um, yeah, both with arms open to spirit, receiving guidance, messages, divination, intuition, you name it. Um, and then there's an air of regality here. What I mean by that is um, kind of like an elevated status, like a shaman or a wise woman that's coming through, a sage. Yeah, even yogis, right? Yeah, we have some very attuned energy here coming through. So someone's, or talking to all of you, someone's, those of you here in Pile 4 are very tuned to spirit and are here to create and bring forth uh, the wisdom of the past for the new generations with your deep knowledge, your wisdom, your guidance, and your knowing. That's what's coming through. Some of you are probably claircognizant and know exactly what I'm talking about. But you're bringing a lot of knowledge, wisdom, and magic with you to bring forth a new generation and birth a new era and landscape. Beautiful. Love your energy. Love having your energy here. And let's look at, we're going here first since we opened this side first. Okay, we have Myrrh, no way, with suits comfort and brings transcendence. Yes, that's precisely what you're here to do. And Myrrh has this very ancient spiritual association with it, especially the oil and the resin in so many ways and uses. But it's also what one of the resin plant that the three wise men brought to the birthing of Jesus. Yeah, very old ancient wisdom here. Let's see what we have this side. The rose. Oh, yes. Speaks to restorers here. Nurtures love for self and others. Very compassionate, old, wise woman. Yeah, shamanistic kind of feel. Thank you for your presence, pile number 4. Let's see. And then we have cardamom. Elitary cardamom clarifies and uplifts spirits. Indeed, the queen of spices here. Okay. Ooh, and oh, wow. Okay. I can almost smell the cardamom here. And I just got a wave of shivers over me. This energy, it's deep, profound, regal energy that flows through you. Even the way that I'm conveying this message now, right? It's very in a tone that is very synchronistic with your energy. It's not an excitable energy. It is certainly a spirited energy, but it's spirit contained within wisdom and a soothing tonality is what I would say. Wow. What are you bringing through pile number 4 is what I'm curious about. We know you're bringing wisdom. We know you're bringing healing, information, and very, how you say it, the essence of Arwen here, Kerwin's cauldron, when she brew things together, it creates these really magical product drops that are so transformative, beneficial, and useful for whatever its intended purpose is. And that's what you're brewing here too. You're brewing something that is quite healing, restorative, transformative, rooted deep within wisdom and knowledge of the ancient past, most likely on the of the herbal realm for the most majority of you. And this is directly in tune and in sync with knowledge and wisdom from spirit that's being brought out through you to help the generations here. Yeah, absolutely wonderful. I think we want to go to your Lenormand next, actually. And your Lenormand was quite interesting too. It was in the shape of a fallen log, and I said I was gonna wait to tell this story here, but okay. So this your Lenormand here is in the shape of an old tree. It's not a log; it's like an old tree that has fallen down. That it bears its roots to the air, and it has a little sprout coming out of it, meaning the tree is not dead. even though most of its roots are out of the ground and it has fallen over, there's new growth coming from it. And it reminds me of this one tree I know at a park that I go to um, from time to time. And it is amazing. Like it is a willow tree and it has fallen over. And when I first saw it, or when anybody first sees it, they think that it's just an old log that is dead, right? Because yeah, it's fallen over, the roots out of the ground. But come summer and the growth, like spring, summer, the growth seasons, this amazing willow just like flourishes, like all its leaves are there, it's growing. You can see all the shoots coming out, the quote unquote old or dead wood. It is so fascinating. So you think at first glance this tree is dead, but it's actually um, still so rooted and connected to earth and still growing and so vibrant. Um, and that's speaking to the knowledge and the energy that you're bringing forth here. Whatever knowledge in terms of like you're bringing forth, plants knowledge, magic, uh, yeah, that may seem to be dead, but actually you're kind of reviving it and you're showing people the ways to work with that magic, to do that magic perhaps, and to restore their faith, their soul. Um, yeah, absolutely amazing. So let's look at our log here and our little growth here, tiny spring of growth, and see what's going on. Okay, so we have the man, very masculine energy there. We have the letter. Interesting. So the story that's unfolding here, we have the lily, we have the sun, and then we have the key. Ah. And I wanted to speak to this card real quick here. In our shuffling process, we had one card here, but then Spirit wanted me to replace it. Oh, we also noticed 333 here. A lot of threes, repeating threes. Maybe that's significant for some of you. Certainly significant in this reading in terms of growth and development and communication. Um, But we had the coffin here, interestingly, and that kind of ties into what's going on with this message. But that coffin has been now replaced with a key. And let's look at what our little sprout here is. Oh, my goodness. Okay. Let me double check this real quick here. So this, okay, pattern 4. That speaks to another bit of your energy here. It's like you're checking and rechecking that your decoction, your concoction is kind of like Carolyn's cauldron, right? The ingredients and whatnot has to be just so right and timed so specifically that it creates the perfect ingredient, or I mean the perfect product, the perfect oil, whatever, to bring forth to people. Um, okay, so one message we have going on here with your Lenormand is that in the past, this is way in the past, perhaps in the lineage, part of a knowledge or a contract um, with a certain family ties. I'm getting very kingly energy here. Um, what's meant to be made to the public Um, yeah, something in the royal line, in the royal family, was supposed to be supposed to come out, to be given to the people, but for whatever reason, whether it was through the seduction of power, um, it just kind of died. The secret, the knowledge, the magic was not put out. It just kind of got either stowed away or put away, hidden away, but it wasn't. It didn't come out as it was meant to. Um, and now, where that has died and shifted, it's we're in a time where you're able to bring out that magic again, that secret recipe, that secret formula, that secret elixir, that secret healing method, divine that divine through spirit. Um, yeah, the time now it's more ripe for it, I guess you could say. Yes, the magic decoction that has been brewing in the cauldron, now is the time to bring that forth. The interesting thing is with the growth of it, or with its um, um, with putting it out there, it's unsure how it's going to be received. There is that bit of air of uncertainty to it, because it was meant to come out a long time ago, way back when in the past, but it never did. And and so what happens is you don't know how people are going to receive this healing method, or this healing style, or this essential oil decoction, or yeah, whatever, or this hidden secret that is supposed to come out. Um, but this is divinely guided by spirits, so it's um, going to be revealed to people, one way or another, and they will see the essence of the light within it. Um, so continue working on it. I think, well, I think most of you are already done with it. Um, yeah, and if not, then continue working on it. But we're talking about cardamom here, the queen of the spices. Um, so it's its nickname. But yeah, all this has been divinely led, guided. It is the time for it. It's meant to come out. So do not fear or worry about how it's going to get received. Um, but more so, just trust in your ancient wisdom and knowing, and bring forth this healing magic that can really benefit the generation that's currently now, the younger generation specifically, because yeah, it's a time when people can really use this skill, this product, this healing knowledge that you have. Wonderful, absolutely wonderful. All right, let's look at your tarot real quick here. Okay, so we have the Ace of Cups with plantain. Okay. And we have the Ace of Fire with Mullen. Wow, okay. Two aces. We have the Whirl with Pachamama. Ooh, okay. And we have the Wheel here. Medicine Wheel. Definitely very shamanistic vibes in this pile. The Ace of Air. Oh, no way, pile number 4. We have three aces here. If another ace pops out, I'm going to I'm going to fall over, because that is incredible. Ace of Air. Ah, we have a little hummingbird there too. Yes, Spirit Divinely Guided. Yarrow as well. Yarrow, sorry. And then we have the Ten of Fire, or Ten of Wands with Comfrey. Okay. Yes, so very similar messages here for all of them. So let's start with our aces here, right? Plantain is this kind of like low growing plant on the ground, and it has this strong persistence to it. And we're talking about, well, let's finish up on the plantain here. So whenever you step on plantain, like it gets more resilient, like it will grow back further. And as you try to cut it, unless you get really down to like pulling out its roots or something, like it's going to grow back. It's very resistant. Just like the knowledge or the magic you're bringing forth here, it has persisted throughout eons, throughout time, because it's meant to be brought out in the world now. Pachamama is the goddess of that's basically connected to the earth. You can think of her as Gaia, but now is such an essential time to bring out this knowledge and this magic because it is so needed. And we're talking about something that is fulfilling emotionally and also igniting people in terms of their passion, their connection to spirit, their purpose. Um, so yeah, it's perhaps they're in the new generation, perhaps in such a stupor, um, an apathetic kind of sleep that, or they're so distracted that they need something invigorating to kind of kickstart their magic, to be like, now is the time to really make something of yourself, to follow your dream, your passion, really do something about it. I mean, we speak about it all the time, but now it's the most essential time more than ever to really get into your passion and really do what you're meant to do. And this kind of energy is helping to, or whatever you're bringing forth is helping to wake up the generation that's currently in the stupor, yeah, in the sleep, in the deep sleep here. um, and Mullen, to me, speaks of the same thing. I mean, it grows very directly towards the light. That's one thing. But the other, it's very soothing and a bit mucilaginous too, to help coat the um, coat the the airways. Yeah, so things you are bringing out, it's very soothing. It's connected to spirit. Um, as yarrow here, and similar energy with plantain, um, it's been courageously kept, preserved, maintained, withheld, passed on from generations to generations to bring it out into what seemingly is a dangerous world, or a dangerous circumstance to bring it out in. Maybe that's why there's the fear of it not being received so well, because, yeah, it seems like the people or the environment might not be receptive to it. But all the more reason to bring it out because it is so essential and healing to the world, that it's so necessary. Comfrey speaks of the same thing. Um, the Ten of Wands here, that energy also. Comfrey is very soothing, right? I think, don't quote me on this, but it might help with the mending of certain tissues as well. So yeah, it there's a lot of soothing energy here in terms of what you're bringing forth, and it's going to be very helpful. and we have that resilience, not resistance, resilience, like that old log falling over, yet there's still outgrowths from it, just like the willow story I told about. And also the Ten of Wands, like persisting this information, this magic, this knowledge, this tradition, this lineage, this skill, all throughout the eons, the time, to bring it forth to this modern day. So yes, okay, I really want to know, how is it going to be received? Because that is part of what you're uncertain about pile number 4. You don't know how the people are going to perceive it. And let's see, do I want to draw? We do have another tarot deck here, a tarot oracle. But I kind of want to draw from your main tarot deck here. Okay. We want 2 from here, and then yes. Okay, let's do that. Let's see how it's going to be received. If we can know. There is a bit of uncertainty about it, but if we are allowed to know, may we please know, Spirit, how this will be received. That might be enough, actually. Let's start with this. I knew it. Okay, not only knew it when this deck came out for your support. I mean, to support your additional card choosing. Like I said, very soothing, very compassionate, very healing. With the heart chakra here. Observe. Okay. Alchemical as well. Yes. Yeah, no, this is telling me 2 things. One, it will be watched, it will be observed, and 2, it's for you to observe how it's going to affect people. So it will be noticed, that's for sure. But then you can take watch of how it's going to, yeah. So that didn't really clear up. So yeah, let's take, because we want to know. Perhaps the energy is a bit uncertain right now in terms of how it's going to affect the generation. Let's see, at least we can try. Can we know, Spirit? Justice with cannabis. Congress. In Congress. In progress. Okay. We have awakening with Tulsi. We have the world, and judgment right underneath. Not judgment, sorry. No, judgment. Interesting. 2111. 22111. Yeah, ancient mystical. Lighted. Okay. I mean, we know it's gonna rise in the world. And we have the magician with sunflower. Okay, so I don't think we're gonna know, number 4, how it's going to be received, because all the timelines, all the factors are still very changeable right now. So we can only observe in due time, because Spirit's only giving us messages on how it will be, the product itself. It's very ingenious. Ingenuity is a better word, but very healing, very soothing, very awakening. going to be brought to the world, to public. It's encouraged that you do share this skill, this magic, this knowledge, whatever have you, pertains to different cases, individual cases for each one of you. It will bring some sense of justice. It will be, yeah, received, but we just don't know whether it will be well received or not. We have to wait in due time and observe. Wow, absolutely amazing. Yeah, I'm flabbergasted. I love your energy, Pile4. Thank you so much for joining me in this reading today. I really appreciate your deep, wise energy. Keep on doing what you're doing if you're still in the process. For those of you who have completed the process, please share this with the world. It is so much needed, especially for this generation. It was meant to come out a long time ago, and now is the time for it. So bring forth whatever your creation, your magic, your healing, your skills is, because it's so much needed. All right, that was your reading, Pile4. If you found it insightful, hit that like and subscribe button for more messages. Thank you so much for joining me in this reading, for bringing your energy. Really appreciate you. Wishing you a lovely day. Shine bright. Take care, and I will see you next reading. Bye, Pile4s.